Hello there boys and girls, this is going to be a very quick feeding video with Brazen. It's not going to be the feeding video. I'm not going to go into any great detail about what I feed or how I feed. I'm just literally going to make this video for entertainment purposes. As you can see, I just go straight into my Viv and take him out. Here we go, I have it all set up and everything. Brazen is about 110 grams now, and the mouse there is about 12 grams. So I leave him in and let him do his own thing, really. I think you'd call this drop feeding if I'm not mistaken. He's gonna just slay that thing. He is gonna chomp into that bastard. The only thing that really gets Brazen tetchy is if you interrupt him while he's eating. He might do a little bit of a tail rattle now in a minute. It's mainly because, like, snakes feel vulnerable when they eat. Understandably so. You can bite the shit out of him, man. Savouring that bitch. He's a hungry lad. He's a growing boy as well. As I mentioned in my introductory video for Brazen, he's getting hungry very, very quickly after feed lately, which means I'll probably have to move him up, not a food size, but in food quantity. A mouse this size though is actually perfect. It's the last, I'd say it class that as a small mouse. It's the last small mouse I have. So and you can see by the girth of Brazen, like it's definitely within his capabilities to eat. So I definitely need to pick up more of those anyway. There's actually a guy in Ireland, I think his name is Peter. He runs his own little company called Kilkenny Raptor and Reptile Food Raptor, meaning like birds of prey, where he basically does frozen rodents in bulk at very reasonable prices, and he does like trips up to Dublin regularly and the surrounding areas. So I might have to get into contact with him and arrange to pick up a box off him. Maybe 20 small mice, 20 of those mice there that Brazen's eating, because Eden's eating them as well. So maybe 20 or 30 of those, and maybe 20 fluffies or fuzzies for Catherine, because she's still definitely on the lower size spectrum of food stuff. See if we can get Brazen going here, right? Just to get a bit of good fill him. Yeah, that was a tail rattle there for you now. Most important thing about those defensive behaviours is to really not flip your shit when you see or hear them. A lot of the time it's instinctual to the animal. It's almost like a knee-jerk reaction. They cannot help it almost. Just because the snake is tail rattling doesn't mean it's going to bite. Just because the snake is hissing doesn't mean it's going to bite. Sometimes it's just a reaction. Like, he's very, very vulnerable there. His mouth is fully occupied and he's trying to eat, so like it's understandable that he's a little bit tetchy. Alright, so he just about has that down, and we can see the bulge just behind his neck. Nice yawn there for you. He's still getting her down, but she's down. No bother to him. What I generally do is wait until it's safely down his gullet before picking him up. and it's a little bit of a dance. After that point, it's a little bit of a game of chicken. I know he won't bite me after I get my hands on him and he's up in the air, but I could get bit now if I put my hand in front of him. So it's just a little bit of a dance. That's it. Good lad, Brazen. Good lad. See, long tongue flicks. I just think the gopher snakes do those long tongue flicks anyway. I just think that's symptomatic of this species. I think they're more prone to do those long tongue flicks than other species, because they're so intelligent and inquisitive. They just like taking in all that scent information. So you can see him there. He's generally, if you give patience and time to the snake, it will calm down and it will change its demeanour. You can see there he went from being rather stiff and doing really long tongue flicks. Now he's back in his little inquisitive mode. So I'll just fill him up to the point where I can get him in my hands, because that's the really tricky bit, because I'll need my two hands when I rearrange his hide and stuff. So hope you guys enjoyed this little feeding video of Brazen, the Great Basin Gopher snake. Let's see if we can just get him. This is a bit tricky now. I'm rushing this a little bit. Oh, see now there we got a little bit of a quick reaction out of him. So he's still in food mode. There's no two ways about it. So what I'm going to do is actually try and use this camera to my advantage and come around the back. Oh, now I'm going to have to use my tongs for this. I have a really long set of food tongs. I'm going to have to use them. I'm going to have to bid you guys adieu right now, because I have to get him back in quick. It's me, your boy Big D, aka Mark, aka Marky Serps. Have a good one, lads. Take her handy. If you have her handy, take her twice.